Let's count down the top 10 rides at Holiday World and Splashin Safari. Number 10, HallowSwing. Now normally on the dark nights of Halloween, it's best to avoid the creepy swing in the middle of the woods. But as you can only imagine, on our first holiday themed adventure, HallowSwing, taking a flight with witches, ghosts, bats and ghouls in the dark of night is the aim of the game. Wah ha 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 ha. And oh no, the spooks does not stop there, as the evil witches have put a curse on your seats, resulting in you not just swinging, but also rising and spinning through the sky too, which especially with the glowing night lights could be one flight that should not be taken lightly. Number 9, Firecracker. Firecrackers, firecrackers, firecrackers. The 4th of July would not be what it is today without them. Yeah, what if I told you that you can now sit on the end of one of these for a pretty crazy adventure? Sounds awesome, right? Yet for me, as much as spinning around non-stop on 2 different axes at the same time that music is blasting in your ears is exactly that. It is also a very common type of ride. And so if you are visiting Holiday World on a busy day such as the 4th of July, then we'd suggest joining the more unique celebrations first, as you won't be able to experience them anywhere else. Number 8, Revolution. Get those sick bags at the ready as things are continuing to get dizzier, as you know those rides in those comedies that people always seem to throw up on. Well, without the Hollywood magic, we're going to take a spin on one of these. Just be aware though that even though you'll be standing up for the entire duration of the ride with next to no restraint holding you in, the high speed that this attraction will go at will cause every single person on board to be pushed against the back of their seat whilst being tilted to a 70-degree angle. Hence the name Revolution, and the reason I would watch this before riding. Number 7, Frightfall Falls. Spinning around till you almost throw up is what I would most likely call frightful. Twisting, turning and getting soaked during a hot Indiana day, on the other hand, is definitely not that, leaving only one question remaining. What makes this classic log flume ride Frightful Falls? And I think as soon as you see its incredibly steep 35-foot drop at the end, it is very easy to know why. Therefore, no matter whether splashing through the spectacular cemetery or coming face to face with possibly the biggest wave that you have ever seen, this is an adventure that will be enjoyed by all monsters and humans alike. Number 6, Mayflower. Who here loves a good old swinging ship ride? Well, of course you do, and in my eyes there is no better way to experience the rush and excitement of the sail than to take a voyage across the Antarctica Ocean on the almighty Mayflower. Still want even more thrills though? Then this adventure has you lot covered too, as if you manage to anchor either the back or the front of the ship, feeling seasick is not the only thing you'll be experiencing when rocking back and forth, higher and higher, till you thrill seekers are facing directly down over those rough seas. Number 5, Liberty Launch. If you thought Mayflower was scary, then it's probably best to look away now. In fact, just don't look up, as standing 70 feet above the 4th of July land lies a tower that you should not judge by its cover, because even though from first sight the height is nothing to scream over, what is though is that you will begin your celebration by being launched to the tippy top of that tower in a matter of only a few seconds, followed by dropping, rising and bouncing again and again and again before coming back to rest at ground level. So if you want to get those spectacular views across the festivities, then it's probably best to keep your eyes open at all times. Number 4, The Raven. It is time to take a flight through the Halloween night as for our next haunted adventure on our list. And fun fact, the oldest operating one too, we are going to soar into the Trickley Woods and over Rudolph Lake on this award-winning wooden coaster. Isn't that crazy? And as a quick Tom tip before we move on, my name is Tom and these are my tips. Take this voyage during the darkest hour of the night because you would not believe the rush and chills, to be honest, of not knowing when the next giant drop or extremely banked turn is coming. Did you see what I did there? Would not believe. Number 3, The Legend. I think just by hearing the name The Legend, you can tell this is going to be one world-class experience, and you cannot be any more right, as similar to Raven, on a much larger scale of course, you will gallop through the Halloween land and around plenty of wooden elements, including what has got to be the longest turn on any coaster, stretching 720 degrees, whilst also interacting with the park's on-site water park, Splashin Safari. Therefore, before being chased by the Headless Horsemen, it's probably best to fly with the Ravens, else you might be getting some nightmares. Number 2, Thunderbird Steel Roller Coaster. As much as I love a wooden coaster, with 3 out of the 4 major rides at the park being them, it is nice to have one flight that is a little different. And trust me, Thunderbirds is as unique as it's going to get, with for starters you sitting on the wings of one of these birds, meaning that whilst you fly through the tallest vertical loop on any wing coaster, 0G rolls, barrel rolls and a 14-story limb, just to name a few things that you will encounter, especially on that front row, you will truly feel like you are flying. But for me, it is America's only wing coaster 0 to 60 miles per hour launch that makes this ride a best ride competitor. Number 1, The Voyage. If you took the best parts of Raven as well as The Legend and put them into one coaster, it would still be nowhere close to this ride, as this is not only our favourite ride at the park, although one, if not the best Woody on the planet, and I think as soon as you see its 6,400 feet of stunning wooden track, it is very easy to know why. And wow, those airtime moments, because its 8 tunnel sections, 90-degree bank turns and triple down are great, but where else can you encounter 24.2 seconds of complete weightlessness than on this ride? Thank you all for watching and see you next time. Bye bye.